Hello and welcome to my presentation on the engine in my Cessna 152 aircraft, the Lycoming 0235 L2C. As most of us know, the Cessna 152 is an affordable, reliable, tricycle gear, all-metal aircraft that's been in service for a long time, since 1977. The 152 first appeared as an upgrade to the Cessna 150, offering better horsepower in exchange, in the form of its Lycoming 0235 L2C engine. And I think it's because of this engine that, among other features that made the 152 widely used today. Let's take a brief look at the engine. The Lycoming 0235 L2C engine is a normal aspirated, direct drive, air-cooled, horizontally opposed, carburetor-equipped 4-cylinder engine running at 110 brake horsepower at 2,550 RPM. You can see on this picture here that you have the fins on the crankcases, and that indicates that it is air-cooled, as well as you can see just general features of an engine. Spark plugs here, upper and lower, obviously 1, 2, 3, 4 cylinders, so yeah. I've collected some images here of an engine from a 152. It's easy to see exactly what's going on here. So we have the magnetos up here. This is the battery here. You can see it has cabling running up from the magnetos hanging around this area coming to the cabin. Obviously the cylinder is here, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got the magnetos, the spark plugs disconnected here. See, they go down instead of going into the engine here, here, because this is doing an overhaul, I believe. So yeah, you see the exhaust, the intake, and the oil cooler, the carburetor system, the air vent here, as well as the carburetor itself. Yeah, just a general bunch of the inside of the engine here. Just give you a brief look at what you're looking at when you have a Lycoming 235 engine on your hands. You can see this one is also horizontally opposed, and direct drive means that there is nothing separating the engine from the crankshaft from the propellers, and that means that direct movement is happening. So there's nothing separating, so that each movement of the crankshaft moves directly with the propeller. Here, that's direct drive. Here's a picture of a different type of engine, but you see the general process of the same basic engine functions. Pistons here, crankshaft here. I'm not sure if this is direct drive or not, but we have the exhaust and the oil moving through the crankshaft, lubricating our parts, and of course the intake and exhaust valves here. The intake, the compression, the power, and then the exhaust. So that whole process is going on here. So that's just basics of the engine that I have in my airplane. Pretty similar to most normal general aviation aircraft. I'm gonna have similar or better specs. But even though the O-235 has a tendency to run rough or experience oil pressure discrepancy, I have experienced that. These are just some simple maintenance oversights. The manufacturer says that when the engine is maintained and operated in accordance to their instructions, it's very reliable. Almost that, the operating hours increased, as you can see here. So it isn't difficult to see why this engine is used so much. And so that's basically why it's so popular, especially with newer models. But that's where my Cessna 152 comes from. And it definitely contributes to its success as a trainer. And that's the engine.